Okay, well, this is the second attempt. For some reason, some of you guys couldn't see the previous live video, so I have closed everything down and put it back up again, which I believe is the way that all technology works, and hopefully this one will work. Do let me know if you can see the video, and I will let you know if I can see the comments coming underneath. And I'm going to start again and let you know that it is a lovely sunny evening here on Sunday night, and I am very excited to reveal my new cover for my new book, which is called Trust Me, which is here. Ta-da! It's so exciting. And I told you guys before, and I'm going to show you it again because I still am very geeky about this. I'm super excited with this cover. It's my favourite cover that has been done by my publisher, which is Avon, and you can see that it's even got shiny writing on it. Let me put it in the thing. Oh, hey Michelle, right, it's working. That's good. Thumbs up. Hurrah! Hurrah! That works. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I guess that's what you get with, I'm going to say live TV, but it's not really that. It's a live stream. That's what you get with live stream. So thank you for joining me, guys, and thank you for hanging in there and coming back a second time. And I am here tonight talking about Trust Me, which is the latest in my social media murder series. And thumbs up, yay Michelle, thanks. And I am also going to do a fun giveaway. Yay! So whoever asked the best question, and the way that you ask a question on this is if you type it in the comments, I can see it come up on the screen, and the best question asked tonight will win this. Isn't that so exciting? Look at this. I have the greatest book bundle here in the world. I'm actually going to open it up and destroy the lovely ribbon that I've put around it so I can show you each of these books. Now, first one coming up is Chloe Esposito's new book. Well, it's her debut, which is called Mad, and it's the first in a trilogy called Mad, Bad, Dangerous to Know, and I will show you the cover. It's very exciting. Does this not just scream to you to say beach read? So this is the first book that I'm giving away in the giveaway tonight. This is in a book bundle, so all 4 books will be going to the best question that's asked this evening. And I have to do this again because this is like super fun with this book. I know I'm doing it the wrong way. And I think whoever wins this should do this with the book as well and send us a photo so that we can see it. So that's the first book in the book bundle that I'm giving away tonight. The second book in the book bundle is one that I reviewed last week, and it is superb. It's called Deep Down Dead by Steph Broadrib, and it is absolutely cracking. It is about a bounty hunter called Laurie, who is basically just a badass, and she goes on this incredible adventure. It's so like pacey, it's real kind of, you know, hanging onto the edge of your seat kind of stuff, and I would highly recommend it. So that's the second one that I'm giving away in today's book bundle. This is also shiny. Look, we love the shiny covers. And the third book in this week's book bundle that I'm giving away is Exquisite by Sarah Stovall. Now, I haven't read this yet, but I have heard so many good things by so many good people who absolutely adore this. Now, I will read you the back of it so that I can tell you what it's about. She stopped crying and looked at me, silent, her blue eyes fixed upon me. I shuddered. I thought, I am in the presence of evil. Stunning debut psychological thriller, rights sold in Germany, France and Sweden. Bo Luxon has it all, a loving family, a beautiful home in the Lake District and a clutch of best-selling books to her name. Enter Alice Dark, an aspiring writer who is drifting through life with a series of dead-end jobs and a freeloading boyfriend. When they meet at a writer's retreat, the chemistry is instant and a sinister relationship develops. Or does it? Okay, so those are 3 of the books in the book bundle that I'm giving away tonight for the best question. And to ask a question, you just need to type it in the comments and it will appear on the screen here and I will answer it. And the final book that I am giving away in tonight's book bundle in honour of my cover reveal is obviously Trust Me. So this is my new book, the third in the Social Media Murder series. It is out on the 15th of June, so this is an advance copy and I will sign it for whoever wins the book bundle tonight, and they will have this and the other 3 exciting books that they've had that I've mentioned tonight. So I thought I would tell you guys a little bit about the series in case any of you are new to it, before I tell you what it says on the back of Trust Me and a little bit more about Trust Me. First one in the Social Media Murder series, which is where we meet Freddie Venton, a wannabe journalist who is at the start of the series working in a coffee shop that looks remarkably like Starbucks, and she wants to be a journalist and she's on the lookout for a career-changing break, a career-changing scoop, and she manages to follow an old school friend of hers called Nasreen Cudmore, who now works for the police, and she ends up embroiling herself in the middle of a investigation into what turns out to be a serial killer who tweets clues as to who their next victim will be. This is called Follow Me, and this is the first in the social media murder series, and that's the first opportunity where you guys can meet Freddie and Naz. I should say that all of these books are standalone, and you can read them just as they are, and they all work absolutely fine. But if you want to go for the whole experience and understand the more about the characters, then you need to go from the beginning, which is exciting. Oh, I have my first question from Julie Chalk. Hey Julie, it says, how do ideas for books come to you? Okay, I love this question because this is something that people say all the time, and I always never know how to answer it, because I think the honest answer is, how do you not come up with ideas? My problem is that I have not enough time to write all of the ideas that I have. Like, they come from everywhere all the time. I can be walking down the street, somebody can say something, I can see something in a newspaper article that makes me think of it. I saw a real life case yesterday where the police have ended up having to pay a big fine because they sent CD evidence, recorded evidence showing the faces and identifying the victims of a series of violence and sexual violent crimes that had been used as evidence to take witness statements, and they got lost in the post, and the CDs have never been found since then. And I was like, that's a great idea for a book, right? I mean, imagine that. Imagine what happened to those CDs, where they went, what happened to the person who watched them, what happened if the wrong person got hold of them. Okay, and I've got another question coming through. Thank you for that one, Julie. Next one is from Tony Stevens. Do you have an IT consultant, as you seem to know a lot about tech? I don't have an IT consultant unless you count my brother, who is actually a software programmer, but he doesn't really like talking to me because he's a software programmer and he doesn't like talking to anybody. So he is probably my unofficial tech consultant, but what I tend to do is I tend to go and research the bits that I need to. I have a few key people that I go and chat to. I have a couple of friends who were previously in the police who are very kind with their time and insight, and I have a number of kind of people who specialise in kind of techie things that I go to and ask questions for. I also spend a huge amount of time on social media, in case nobody's noticed, so it's kind of a case of writing what you know from that side. And oh, my phone is telling me, congratulations, this is the most commented on live video yet that you've done. That's good, like gold star for me. Do you get gold stars from Facebook? I hope so. But yeah, I go and I chat to people if I need to. I go and find stuff in the same way that if I need forensic detail, I will go and talk to a forensic psychologist, or I will go and talk to a forensic that has worked with the police, and kind of finesse and make sure that what I'm writing is correct. I do that with each book and with each case. I've also spent a little bit of time hanging out on various dark bits of the internet, including the actual dark web, which is the bit where kind of all the illegal stuff goes on, and it's behind Tor software, so and Onion software, so it can't be seen by the police, it can't be tracked by the police, and that's quite freaky and not to be recommended, because you're at high risk of getting viruses if you go and hang out on the darknet, and various other things. But I go there. I have hung out on men's rights activist sites. I have hung out on 4chan watching people swap illegally obtained images. I've got another question coming through from, oh, I'm really sorry if I can't say your name, darling, Ara. I'm hoping that's correct. What kind of character person would I like to be in a book? Ooh, that's so cool. Do you know what? I would like to be Freddie. That's probably why I wrote Freddie, because I think Freddie is really cool, and she has. I know some people are like Freddie's really selfish, and I suppose she is, because she does what she wants, which I don't think we see masses of kind of women in kind of popular culture doing. She just goes out and she gets what she wants. She also has a heart of gold and like will do stuff for other people and help other people. But I love the fact that she basically is not frightened of saying how she feels and sticking up for people when she thinks they need sticking up for, regardless of the consequences. So I'd probably like to be Freddie. Oh, hi Jane. Oh, Jane Casey, excellent writer. Thank you for asking me a question. It says your books are all strongly set. Uh-oh, now I can't see the questions. I'm gonna have to do them quicker. Let me see if I can scroll back. Oh yeah, I can scroll back. Didn't know you could do that. You can scroll back and check comments if you want to know how. Jane, your books are all strongly centred on the internet and technology. Are we afraid of technology, or is it more that criminals are really good at thinking? Oh, okay. Good question. Because a lot of people read my books and afterwards they're like, I haven't been on Snapchat before, and now I'm never going to, having read your book. And I always feel a little bit sad about that, because I love social media and I love technology, and it forms the mainstay of my life. I broke my phone last week, and I lasted a whole 6 hours without having to go and buy a new phone. And during that time I got lost. I couldn't set an alarm. I had to set my oven timer to wake me up when I had a nap, which is 3 floors down from where my bed is. I didn't know where my emails were. I didn't know where my telephone messages were. I didn't know when my food deliveries were coming. I had tickets that I needed to access for that night, and that everything was on the phone, on apps and things like that. I live on my phone. I'm totally addicted to technology in that regard. So I think it's great. I think it's awesome. It offers up all these fantastic opportunities. Is it something to be frightened of? No. I think what we need to be is a little bit aware of what we are doing and what we're putting out there, especially when we're using social media and we're posting, say, our location, or that we've gone on holiday for 2 weeks, so our house is empty, or we're showing photos of our young children or stuff like that. Just little stuff to be aware of. And also the fact that the people that you talk to online, unless you know that they are those people in real life, you can never be totally sure they are who they say they are. And I think that criminals and people who commit criminal activity just use technology in the same way as everybody else does. If it is going to make something easier for them, then they're going to use it. For example, there's an app that I know that's out there that allows people to remotely wipe all of their computer. So if they're arrested, they press a button on their phone and everything is wiped off their hard disk at home. So if their computer is compounded in a criminal investigation, there's no evidence remaining on there. That's just kind of savvy and also really interesting. So it makes for a really interesting kind of place for us to kind of think about in terms of crime and writing and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think it's like a bad thing. Okay, I'm going to scroll this up now. So and next question is from Tony. Book 3 came... Oh. I just put a little screen up thing, which meant I couldn't see what it was saying. Oh, and I've done it again. It keeps asking me if I want to block you, Tony. I don't want to block you. Book 3 came hot on the heels of book 2. Is book 4 in the pipeline? Oh, good question. Good question. Well, I'm taking a teeny and unexpected break from writing books at the moment because I have been working on 2 feature films and I have been busy doing that at the moment. So book 4, the next one of my books, is in the pipeline, but it's kind of like over here in the pipeline. Having said that, book 3 is coming out in June and book 2 came out only in January, so I write fairly swiftly, so don't worry, there'll be another one soon. Right, let me tell you about book 2. Book 2 in the social media murder series is called Watch Me, and this sees Freddie and Naz back together, working together. Oh, I totally should have told you that they are old school friends. Did you know that? They used to be like BFFs from like the age of kind of like 4 until they were 14, when something happened that kept them apart and made them kind of lose contact with each other. But they're back together in Watch Me, and in this book they are investigating a Snapchat suicide. So I found the whole kind of 13 Reasons Why Teen Suicide TV show that was on recently quite interesting in this regard. Both Naz and Freddie have very deep-rooted kind of personal connections to suicide and indeed to teen suicide. And in Watch Me, they are drawn into a case where the victim has sent a Snapchat message which disappears after 8 seconds. You can only read it once, which is a suicide note, and tells the recipients that within 24 hours that the girl will be dead, and she does indeed turn up dead. But when a second suicide note is sent by Snapchat, and this one sounds more like a threat, they realise that there is something much deeper and darker going on. So that's Watch Me. It dips into kind of revenge porn and lots of other happy subjects like that, but I really like it. It all unfolds under a 24-hour period, and so you can see it's very pacey and tense, and you go from you just live the whole 24 hours with them. And then that takes us up to book 3, which is the one that we're doing the cover reveal for tonight, and that is Trust Me, with the orange cover. Now I'm going to read you the back of Trust Me, so it's going to tell you a little bit about what is happening in book 3, and you'll be pleased to know that Freddie and Naz are back. Okay, you saw it happen, didn't you? What do you do if you witness a crime, but no one believes you? When Kate sees a horrific attack streamed live on her laptop, she calls the police in a state of shock. But when they arrive, the video has disappeared, and she can't prove anything. Desperate to be believed, Kate tries to find out who the girl in the video could be, and who attacked her. DS Nasrin Cudmore and her friend Freddie Benton are working on a missing persons case, but the trial has gone cold. When Kate contacts them, they are the only ones to listen, and they start to wonder, could Kate be next on the attackers list? And then they've put dark, gripping and flawlessly paced, Trust Me is the brilliant third novel from best-selling crime author Angela Clarke. So yeah, this one, guys, is based on live streaming. Hence, we're live streaming the cover. Look at that, so meta. And it talks about, or rather it explores what happens when a crime is live streamed. And this was partially inspired by real life events. There have been a number of crimes that have been live streamed, including murders, sexual assaults, suicides, and GBH and violent assaults, things like that have been live streamed through things like this, and so they pop up in people's feeds. You may see something that if that account is then deleted, you don't know who that person is who owns that account or where they came from. How do you prove that what you saw was a crime? How do you help the person, the victim that's in the video that you've seen? And that's what Trust Me is about, and that's what happens in Trust Me. There is a victim, her assault is live streamed, the account is shut down, and then it becomes a race to try and find her, because where would you start? Right? Where would you start? I mean, who else would have seen it? So how many people are watching this? How many other people are looking at it, will have seen the murder as well? Everybody is a witness to that, or seen the assault that takes place, and everybody's a witness to that. But then how do you find those other people if you don't know who the account is, you don't know who was live streaming it, you don't know where they were, you don't know where the victims were? And it's kind of an exploration of that. So 5 witnesses, no victim, no body, no idea where to start. And that's what we've given Naz and Freddie to do in the next book. They're pretty good though. I reckon they'll probably figure some of it out. Yeah, so I really like this cover. I particularly like the fact that it's got nice kind of like yellow bits on it. It's got this yellow haze on it because this is set in August and it is a heat wave in the book, so I feel it has like hot vibes which works really nicely. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to this. This is the official cover reveal for Trust Me, which we are live streaming because the book itself has a live stream at the centre of the story, and you can get this book in June. It is out on the 15th of June and it will be available in all good bookshops and online. And it is the 3rd in the social media murder series. And what else can I tell you? Well, I should probably remind you, in case you've just tuned in, that the person who asked the best question during this video will get to win a prize, including an advanced copy of Trust Me, which will be sent to them, and I will sign it. There are also 3 other books in my exciting giveaway pile that are going to be going off to the winner. So do ask questions if you want and I will answer them live on camera now. And then at the end of the video, I will notify the person. It will show underneath the video itself as to who has won the prize, who asked the best question. These are the other 3 fantastic books that I'm giving away in tonight's giveaway. And it's all good. I'm just going to scroll this up because I think I've got some more. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, any more questions, or are we all done? Are we all done? I feel like I should say more things about Trust Me, but I don't know what to say. I can't. I'm really worried that I'm going to give away like massive spoilers. Which I will be in big trouble for doing, so I won't do that. Oh, I totally forgot to read you the strapline, which will be really important because that's what the hashtag will be based on. It says they're never going to believe you, are they? Because that's the other thing that happens in this book. If you saw a crime committed over a live stream and then that account disappeared and you didn't know who that account belonged to, would anybody believe you? Or would they think that you just watched like a film clip, or that you'd seen something beamed in from another country or something like that? And how would you make people believe that you know that you'd seen something terrible happen and that that person needs help? And so it's a play on that. And the hashtag for this book is going to be #AreYouSafe, which is tense. And I think that's it. I'm running, there's no more questions coming through, so I can't really sit here and just keep showing you the cover for the rest of the time. I mean, I suppose I could read you a bit of the book, but I think I'm probably not allowed to do that. Do you think I'm allowed to do that? Maybe I should read you a bit of the book. Let me see. Trust me. Oh, I know what I can read you. I can read you the opening quote in the book, which is, "Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go," which is a T.S. Eliot quote. And as everybody who reads a lot of books knows, T.S. Eliot is probably the most quoted person at the front of all books, which I think is deeply funny. I love the quote, and I love T.S. Eliot, but I love the fact that it's like a thing in crime writing in particular, that everybody quotes T.S. Eliot. So I'm very proud to have quoted T.S. Eliot in Trust Me. Now, I'm going to read you the very first page of Trust Me, and I'm probably going to get in lots of trouble for doing this because it's supposed to be embargoed, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, it's really tiny, so, you know, nobody's going to know. My publishers aren't watching this or anything. They totally are. Anyway, here we go. First page of Trust Me, out in June the 15th. Amber. Hurriedly, she opened her wardrobe, pulling her coat from the hanger and shoving it into her bag. She had minutes at most. Panic burnt through her body. Every fibre felt like it had been stripped raw. Tears welled up and over her eyelids, splashing onto the carpet. She tried not to snivel. There was still a chance to get away. She made it to the hallway before she remembered the photo. Her heart squeezed. She couldn't leave without it. Not now. Running back into her bedroom, she reached for the frame on her bedside table. A noise sounded behind her. A thud. And then the front door opening. She froze, held her breath, her hand outstretched, shaking, her heart hammering in her ears. Too late. Okay, so that is the first page of Trust Me, which is my latest book in the social media murder series. It is out on the 15th of June. Thank you so much for joining me this evening for the cover reveal. Thank you for your great questions that have come through. I will put the winner of tonight's giveaway in the comments after this, and I will get hold of their address and send them that great book bundle. Thank you so much, guys. Have a lovely evening. Lots of love. Bye.